Okay, well, good morning and welcome back. It's raining. It's a bit grim and grey, as it has been the last couple of days, but that will all disappear in a couple of days, apparently. So first things first, I'm going to get a hammer. I'm going to knock off the rest of the bad plaster there, and I've got some raw first layer plaster which I can then put up there with some mesh to hold it in place, and while that's drying I can clear away the wood and the rest of the stuff up on the balcony, put everything somewhere useful, and then we should be pretty good. Okay, well, this is obviously, as always, the worst of it. If you if you go back and look at the first videos when I was in this little bedroom, you'll see the water that came in there in that corner, and that has been the problem. But it does now look like that's sorted, pretty much sorted. But obviously everything's a little bit damp, but it's certainly not running into that wall anymore. It's much drier inside and out. Yeah, so this column's going to be a bit of a pain, but the structure underneath the stone is fine, and it's pretty ornamental anyway. Some of it's been repaired with cement, so that's still on pretty firmly. We're going to leave that. So I'm going to now go and get a plaster and some mesh and get a first layer on this column here and up here where it's never been plastered, and then I can leave that to dry and get on with cleaning up here, and then maybe definitely we'll get the pressure washer out once everything's cleaned, and pressure washer off. Just some green here around Maria, and here the top of the wall and the outside of these columns. There's no painting over that. So up here, that just wants a quick pressure wash, and then I can wire in the lights for everything. So it's not much for a pressure wash. It's just literally on there, and on the bottom. Yeah, and then I can wire in the lights, do the little plastering, well, the finished plastering, and then we'll be ready to paint. So I say all of that as if it was going to take 5 minutes, which it won't. So yeah, anyway, I'm going to go and get the first tools out of the car to get this done now. So this is what we're starting with. Grobputz, which is raw plaster, and this sort of textile mesh. In Austria and in southern Germany, I don't know about northern Germany, most houses are insulated from outside, so the rock wool goes, imagine, up against the wall, and then you put this mesh over the top and plaster thinly over the whole lot, and it doesn't crack or anything. So I'm hoping this will hold the column together a little bit better. Just embed it into this. We'll see how we do. Okay, well, I've mixed it up. It's pretty thick, but I'm just going to start spreading it on, and we'll see how we go. Let me get this on the tripod so you can watch me yet again attempting to plaster. Okay, so some of you who've been following for a while might remember that I'm not very good at plastering, but this is only the under layer, so it does look terrible, but what it's done is it's sealed it, and it's going to get hard. It'll be a great place to plaster hopefully the final layer on. This hole is done as well. I filled up half of that. I started over here. I've got a little bit left in the bucket now, so I'm going to put that up here, and over there you see there's a corner broken out there and a little corner here, so I'm going to do those, and then we'll see. I think that'll probably get rid of the plaster that I have, and then I'll leave it to set for a little while tidying up. Okay, well, there we go. That's the first 40 kilos of plaster, sort of pretty much spread about up here, over there. So I'm going to leave that to settle. I'm going to tidy up a bit. First, I think I'm going to take a 5-minute break. The weather is not getting any better. The houses are disappearing one after the other. I think by the mid-afternoon, this lamp will probably have disappeared if it keeps going at this rate. Okay, well, as you can see, most of the ceiling is on the trailer. I need to cut it in two, but for some reason I think it's probably the wet, my chainsaw striking, so I'll have to wait for that. Up here, definitely getting there. These tiles, you see they pushed up here where the staircase was, but they're only laying on, well, dust, I guess, and they've been that way for a while. But I think not immediately, because I want to get that all finished first and get the lights and painted. But I think I will change these tiles once I've decided on what's going to go on the terrace downstairs, the other terrace. And I think it's probably going to be rectangular, small, terracotta sort of light red tiles, There's a place about an hour and a half away that sells used stuff from old villas and things, and they'd be a whole lot older than these, which aren't particularly old. We've got plenty of these everywhere, so I think it might look nice, because these have got some holes in them. There's quite a few broken ones under there, which is where I'm about to go now. So yeah, they might well get changed out, but as I said, they're only laid in, and all I would do is lay new ones on top, sprinkle a little bit of cement, and then water it, and that would hopefully hold it there. So back to work, but we are getting there. Okay, well, we're definitely getting there. The bad news is that now it's raining properly. There is that drain. Someone did say put another pipe on the end of it or something, and I didn't. It's pushing water back up, and that water is dripping out of the top of that last tile and running over the wall. So it's much better than it was, but there is still water, as you can see, coming out there. So it's not solved, but I'm not going up there in this weather now. So to be honest, hang on, let me turn the camera around. I'm soaked through, but there's so much to do. What I'm going to do now is start screwing the lights to the posts, because then I can line up where the electrical cables will go through. So let me show you the lights I've bought. This is what I've got. There's an LED there and there's an LED there, and they're both warm white. And then with these little shutters, you can make the beam wider or narrower, and they screw to the wall through these two little holes here. They're then just basically wired up, and then once they're on the wall, you slot this over the top of the whole thing, like so, and that's it, you're done. So they're very, very subtle, which is what I wanted, and then they'll sort of go up here in the middle, and they should light down the post and up into the arch. That's the idea. So I'm going to take one to bits and see if I have to use this cable that they've given me, because I don't really want to. I'd rather wire it straight from the wall in. And then I'm going to measure up the middle and screw them all in place first. Once everything's in place, then I'll probably take them down again and drill through the wiring. Now, I want to keep the wiring accessible. It is undercover-ish here, so I thought, as I'm going to be here on the side, climb up, I would drill into this upwards, and then have the cable basically go around here, and there they go up, and they'll meet at little junction boxes up on the wall here, and I'll run a wire pipe basically across the top. We'll have a light switch over here somewhere, I would have thought, so that if you come in through the little gate or out of this door, you can turn it directly on. And if not, you'll have to basically take those 3 steps. So that's the plan. I'm going to measure and mark, but first I'm going to take, where have I put it? Oh, it's over here. I'm going to take this one to bits and see what I can see inside. Well, there are just 2 little Allen lugs on the side that then screw into these to hold the whole thing to the wall. And there is quite a bit of space over here next to the transformer. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, on each one, actually run my cable into there. It is hardwired, and it is earthed as well. Fair enough, I guess. But I'm just going to trim this cable down and put cable connectors, those snap-on cable connectors, in here for my 3 lines on each lamp. There will be 6 of them, so left and right on each post, and I think that'll probably work best. So the 2 screws are in the middle, so I basically just need to mark the middle of each Do I? Yeah, I guess I do need to mark the middle. I'll mark the middle of each square bit, and we'll drill the 2 holes and then drill up and get the cable as hidden away as possible. So yeah, that should be fine. You can hear the church bells going in the background. That means it's half an hour before it's going to get dark, which is very early, a bit annoying, seeing as I've only got my first 2 holes up there, and I've got my lines on every pillar for some unknown reason. You go from 49, 52, 57, 54, they're all different sizes, but they'll be fine. I've got my headlamp, so I can work for a little bit. I want to get them all set up and ready for wiring, so that tomorrow I can just go up and put the pipes across. Take these nails out, definitely keeping the metalwork. It was just a question of how much of the woodwork we keep, because the woodwork's there to hold the ceiling up, but the metalwork is to stop this wall from pushing out from those beams there. And then, well, apparently tomorrow the weather is going to be terrible, just like today, and then it's going to be beautiful sunshine. Thursday is bank holiday here, so I've got Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I'm probably going to head back on Sunday, and I really would like this to be painted, the lights to work, and the front of the house to be painted, and no water to be dripping down from there. That would be an absolutely amazing result, and it's probably quite unlikely. And this weather is driving me crazy. Everything is just wet. I'm wet. Everything's just wet. It's horrible. Okay, back to work. You can ignore the cable, then that's pretty much what they're going to look like. That will be painted white, so they will disappear a bit more. And on this side, it did break out, so it looks more suited on that side. They are a little bit bigger, but only than that one. They are in fact the same size as these ones here, because nothing is the same size because it's all handmade. So, but what I did do is just put a plug on it, because I want to see what it's going to look like, and I haven't yet. So here goes. Nothing. Aha. Okay. Let me see if I can get this so that it lights quite thinly down there and get a nice big spread for up top. Let's go down the stairs and see how that looks, and then we'll get the boss's opinion. Okay, I think that looks very good actually. I'd actually like that strip to come down to be even thinner as it comes down the post. I want most of the light to go up. Let's see if we can adjust that again. It's now off, because it needs to go down sort of there. That's now completely a mess. Too much. What way? Oh, come on. How does that look now? You tell me. I think that looks pretty good actually. I think that'll look amazing once they're all on. I'm going to go and ask the boss. Okay, well it is now properly dark, as you can see, except for this light here that always lights up. That's a village light. I think that looks brilliant. I've just turned off the Christmas lights for a couple of minutes to see how it looks. But out how it come. Yeah, I think that's going to look amazing. So tomorrow I can put up the others. Okay, well that's going to be it for today. I've had my shower, as you can see. I'm nice and clean. Going to go and have an aperitif, have some food, and early to bed tonight, I think. So yeah, tomorrow plastering, more preparing, more cleaning, more tidying, but unfortunately also more rain. So I don't know if I'll be able to have a look at that roof thing. Yeah. So that's it for today. I'll see you in the morning. And for now, thank you very much for watching. I hope you're all well. Take care, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.